Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to the new session on InfinityQ aptitude questions. And in this master session, we are going to give you the few questions in the InfinityQ examination. So before that, I would like to suggest you few things, guys. Please try to go with our social media channels to enroll the things, and you will get the all the recent job updates. So we will post a lot of job opportunities in various our platforms of social media, but always coming to the YouTube and giving you the updates and everything, it may take time. So that we are providing all the updates in our social media channels so that you can enroll there and you will get the immediate updates of the each and every job what you are eligible of. So along with that, this is the prime video which we are going to discuss about majorly about InfinityQ. So in InfinityQ, we are launching a InfinityQ Prime video course on our channel. So it is around 1999. So 999 rupees. If you use the coupon code which is provided in the below description, you will get it for 1799 rupees only. And if you are a starter or you are started your career for the placements, then the Royal Pass is the place you can get the everything in a one place. So in this Royal Pass, we are providing around 30 companies placement specific classes. Along with that, we are providing AMCAT, CoCubes, eLitmus, and TCS, CCQT, and NQT related all the data. And we have a complete crash course for the aptitude, which consists of reasoning and quantity ability, everything. And after that, along with this, we will guide you through to make your resumes more effective. And we will provide a lot of mock interviews here. And you can prepare for a lot of courses like C, C++, DSA, and Python, right? And if you want to utilize this opportunity, you can directly do one thing is nothing but just enroll for the Royal Pass, which is available for now. It is 4444 in our dashboard. And if you use the coupon code YouTube, you will get it for 4244 rupees. So 4444. So in today's session, actually we are focusing on the quantity aptitude of InfinityQ. So let's start our session with the first problem. So here the first problem. Just look at here. Three friends, Tarun, Karan and Ravan, went to a shopping mall to buy a gift for their friend's marriage. They have checked the price of the gift and divided the share among them as Tarun needs to pay 40% and Karan needs to pay 25% and remaining is paid by Ravan. When they have buying the gift, they get the 10% discount on the product. Because of this product, Ravan gets 700 rupees back. What is the original price of the gift? So the question seems too lengthy, but if you are a good at reading skills, if you read the question for once, the problem is not much difficult. Simply remember the concept of discount. For example, here Tarun has to pay 40% and Karan has to pay 25% and Ravan has to pay remaining amount. For example, the total product cost is 100%. Already Tarun is paying 40% and Karan is paying 25%. So what we have left with is nothing but 35%. Why? Because 40% plus 25%, 65% already paid by them and Ravan have to pay 35%. Simple logic. So I am assuming that the product cost is 100 rupees, for example. And 40 rupees was paid by Tarun and Karan has paid 25 rupees and Ravan has to pay 35 rupees. But in the shop, they got the discount of 10%. So if 10% discount was obtained by them, we will get 10 rupees minus, which is nothing but 10% of 100 is 10 rupees. So we will get the product at 90 rupees only. Again, the percentage share remains constant, but the value may changes. For example, 10% discount on total product is always equal to the discount on individual investment also same. Then what is the savings they are, or what is the payment they are getting back is nothing but Tarun will get 10% of the amount what he has invested. He has invested 40 rupees and he will get the 10% back, which is nothing but 4 rupees back. And Karan will get 10% of his investment, which is 2.5 rupees, and Ravan will get 3.5 rupees. So these are the amount they will get back when they are buying a product of 100 rupees. But the situation is different. So what we will do is simply comparison and cross multiplication is our technique. Simple logical approaches matters rather than remembering every formula and everything, right? So simply remember, Ravan got 3.5 rupees back. If he invests 100 rupees for the product, if they are invested 100 rupees for the total product. But here he has obtained with, according to the question, he has obtained with 700 rupees. So in order to get 700 rupees, what would be the original price of the product must be? Simple comparison and cross multiplication. Do the multiplication part. 700 into 100 divided by 3.5. So this is a multiplication and this is a division, right? So 7 got cancelled 100 times and 7 got cancelled 0.5 times. So if you write this 0.5 as 5 by 10, it will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but if you multiply directly 100 into 100 into 2, 20,000 is the product cost. So simply for doing this type of problems, always try to assume a 100 or multiples of 100 numbers. It will give you the easy answers rather than comparing with X and Y, right? So I hope everyone understands the concept of this problem. So let's look into the next problem, how it will be. The next problem is, Ankita borrowed a total of $8,000 from two different banks with a simple interest rate of 10% per annum and 15% per annum respectively. If the total interest paid for 3 years is $3,120, then how much did he borrowed from the second bank? So many people will do this problem like assuming two banks, and in one bank he has invested X rupees and in second bank he has invested 8,000 minus X rupees, and they will start doing this problem with percentages concept. But the examiner is really smart. He is coming up with new techniques of combination of two or more concepts. So the problem may look in a front view, in foreground, it looks like the percentages, but actually the core concept of this problem is allegations. So let's see how we can do it very easily through the allegations, right? So just look at here, one bank is taking the interest of 10%, which is nothing but if you invest 8,000 rupees in a one bank, you will have to pay total of 800 rupees as an interest per annum, right? So please concentrate on my concept, it will be more easier for you. And if you invest your total amount on 15% on a second bank, so 8,000 and 15% rate of interest, you will come up with 10% 800, 5% is 400, so total 1,200 rupees per annum. So if you invest total amount in a first bank, you will get with 800 rupees per annum. Or if you invested your total amount in the second bank, you will get 1,200% per annum. So 800 is cheaper and 1,200 is dearer. But what is the allegation concept? We have to get with mean value so that I will get the ratio. So for the mean value, you have to look for this interest what he is getting. So just look at here guys, for 3 years the total interest is 3,120 rupees. We all know that simple interest is always constant for every 1 year. Sorry, for every year. So 3 years, 3120 means for 1 year, the simple interest must be 3120 divided by 3, which is equal to 3000 means 1000, 120 means 40 rupees. So answer is 1040. So mean interest is 1040. So you know the alligation rule. Through the graphical representation, the differences of the numbers will give you the ratio, right? So 1040 and 1200 difference is 160, and 800 and 1040 difference is 240. Then what is the ratio? Zeros got cancelled, and 8 will cancel 2 times, and 8 will cancel 3 times. So the corresponding ratio is 2:3. So under the 800, which is nothing but 10% scheme, he has invested 2 units. Under 1200, which is nothing but 15%, he has invested 3 units. But the total amount is $8,000, right? So $8,000 into, we have to find how much amount he has borrowed from the second bank. So which is nothing but 3 units. So he borrowed 3 units out of total 5 units. So 5 got cancelled here, around 1600, and 3 16s are 48. Option D is correct. So if you've gone through the concept of percentages, it gives you a lot of calculation. But if you're aware of this concept of alligations, it will be more easy for you. Just remember what we have to do. We have to do is simply 2 steps. 10% of 8,000 is 800, is a cheaper one. 15% of 8,000, we already know 10%, then what is the 5%? 400. So if you add them both, you will come up with 1200. So we have found dearer, we have found it cheaper, and mean value has given for 3 years, we have to find for 1 year. So it is the easiest concept you can do in the examination. So let's look into the next concept, and this is also similar to some percentages, but here the terminology is very much important. So just look at the question. 15% of the cloths produced by a manufacturing company are defective. So 15% defective. Whenever you are seeing this type of problems, remember guys, when you have practiced for 2 to 3 problems of different models of percentages, you will come up with the initialization of the solution when you are reading the question. So it will give you the confidence to do the solution along with reading. When and only if you practice a lot of problems, right? So 15% of the cloths produced by manufacturing companies is defective. So I will assume directly the total number of cloths produced by a manufacturing company is 100, and in that 15% is defective means 15% of 100 is simply 15 cloths. So they were defective. What are the remaining cloths? Which is perfect, which is nothing but 100 minus 15, 85. And 20% of the remaining, remember this terminology is very, very important. Sorry. 20% of the remaining. This word is very, very important. 20% of the remaining means what we have left with. So we are started with 100. Now we have left with 85. So you have to find 20% on 85. So that is what meant by remaining. So are sold at the company outlet. So 20% of 85 means 10% is 8.5, and another 10% is 8.5. So total 17 cloths. They were sold at outlet. So if you reduce 20% of 85, which is nothing but 17 from 85, you will come up with 68 cloths. And if the remaining are 7480 are shipped to the store. So I have started the problem with 100 and I have left with the number of cloths 68. But according to this question, he has given the remaining cloths are 7480. So then the number of defective were. So remember guys, I have calculated all the conditions for 100 cloths, and if the remaining cloths is 68, then how many cloths were defective according to the conditions? It is 15. So again comparison and cross multiplication is the technique. So 68 cloths were remaining after all the statements and conditions, and in that defective is 15. But he is saying after all the condition we have left with 7480 cloths. Then how many cloths must be there? Those are defective. So only need to do is cross multiplication again. So 7480 into 15 divided by 68. So 68 will cancel this one in 110 times. Why? Because it's 11 multiple and also a 68 multiple. Definitely the examiner will give you the concept which were, the examiner will give you the problem based on the calculative part. So he want to know the student that he can do the calculation very simply, but you have to reach for that particular number. So 68 will cancel 748 11 times and 0 is remaining. So 11 into 15, answer is 165 and 10 is left. So the total defective elements or shirts or cloths, whatever it may be, it is option C, 1650. So just look at the next problem. So the average score of Tendulkar in a certain number of innings is 46. Then he played another 7 innings in which he scored 99, 1 run, 57, 74, 54, 35, 2 runs. What is the new average of the score of the Tendulkar after those 7 innings? Guys, if you know the formula of averages, this seems like you can't solve this problem through the given data. But if you know the actual concept of averages in a theoretical way, like conceptual way, you will do it without any huge calculation part. Remember, what is the average of those 7 innings? Remember, average is nothing but simply equal distribution, right? So what is the 7 innings average? First calculate that. Based on that, the average changes. I will tell you how. 99, 1, 57, 74, 54, 35 and 2. If you add all the numbers and divide by 7, again you will come up with the answer of average of those 7 innings is again 46. So previously his average is 46 and this 7 innings average also 46. So there is no change in his average. Why? Because if the average of the particular group and average of the another particular group are same, the combination of those two groups again will give you the same average. For example, in the previous innings, his average is 46. In 7 innings, he got average of 40. Let us assume again as 40. So the average of the total after 7 innings also, definitely the average will be decreases. If the 7 innings average is 50 and previous average is 60, and if this 7 innings also added, then the average of the new average of the Tendulkar will also increases. So if the increased value is added to the average increases, and decreased value is added to the averages, average decreases. If you add the same number to the average remains constant. So option A, B, C got eliminated and we have left with the option D is correct. So I hope everyone understands the previous problem. So we are entering to the time and work based problem here. And this is a one kind of special problem asked in time and work. It's very simple one, but when you are going through the question, you may get little confusion. So please stay with me for this problem and you will get it very easily. So just look at here. A civil engineer estimates that he will finish the construction of the work in 200 days, employing 50 men. So his time period, there he is having 200 days, and in hand he is have 50 men, right? So this is the first situation. Next, when half of the time is completed as per his estimation, half of the work should be completed. But he finds that 2/5 of the work is done. So just look at here guys, half of the time is completed means already 100 days were completed. And if 100 days is completed, the work should be completed by 50%. But he finds that only 2/5 of the work is completed. Then what is the 2/5 in terms of percentages? Simply 2 by 5 is nothing but 0.4, which is nothing but 40%. So he found that only 40% work was completed. Then how many more men need to employ the work in order to complete the work in the original time? So only 40% work was completed. Then what is the number of man days they have done during these 100 days? So the 50 men is worked for 100 days. So 50 into 100, total 5,000 man days. And they have only 100 days, but we have to complete 60% of the work. Then how many man days required, guys? Just look at here. We have completed 5,000 man days. 150 men worked for 100 days. So 5,000 man days were completed, which is equal to 40%. Then what is 60% is equal to how many man days? Which is nothing but simply 5,000 into 60 by 40. So 0, 0 got cancelled, and 3 times, and this is 2 times. 2 got cancelled here, around 2500 times, which is equal to 7500 is the work we have left. This is the man days we are required. But how many days we have left with? We have left with only remaining 100 days. Why? Because the time is constant. So you have to increase the people. So in 100 days, you have to complete 7,500 man days, which is nothing but 7,500 by 100, which will give you the number of men required to complete the work. So 7,500 divided by 100, zeros got cancelled. We require 75 men to complete this work. But initially we have 50 men in that project. So we need additionally 25 men to complete the work in the time. So this is how theoretically you have to go through the question. It seems like when you are attempting this problem in the examination, everyone feels like it's little difficult, but it's easiest problem if you know the conceptual approach of this question, right? Let's look into the next question. So a bag contains 3 red balls, 2 yellow and 2 green balls. 2 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability that none of the balls drawn is yellow balls? Guys, so many people having a confusion related to permutation combination probability, but don't get any confusion. Make it very simple and very clear. Probability of selecting a ball. So whenever you are using a selection, you have to use C, and whenever you are using for arrangement, you have to use permutations. So in this problem, I will discuss without using combinations and permutations concept. Very simple logic. Remember, you don't have to pick the yellow ball. This is a condition. So I am picking a one ball from the bag. But it cannot be the yellow. So how many non-yellow colors are there? Red 3 balls, green 2 balls. So I have total 5 chances to pick one ball. So I can choose one ball among 5. So 5 by what is the total number of balls we have in the basket or bag? It is nothing but 7. So this is the probability of taking one ball which is not a yellow color. And again I have to draw the ball. And means into. So how many non-yellow color balls are there in the bag now? There are already one ball drawn which is a non-yellow color. So we have left with only 4 non-yellow color balls among 3 and 2. So 4. And in the bag only we have now 6 balls only. Why? Because one ball is drawn out already. So this is how you can do it very simply. You have a probability of getting 4 chances out of 6 chances. Here you have 5 possibilities among 7 possibilities. So this is what the probability is. Right. So simply multiply it. It is 2 times, it is 3 times in 2 table. So 10 by 21, which is option A is correct. So is a basic elementary level question asked in InfyTQ. These are the questions recently asked in InfyTQ sample test. So if you've gone through these type of models, it's very easy to crack you in the InfyTQ. So for that, I am suggesting you guys for any updates, for the future updates of any examination and test related to any company, please follow our social media channels like Instagram and Telegram, WhatsApp and LinkedIn. You will get the more updates of various job opportunities, like we will post all the job related to well-established companies to startups. So please try to follow all of our social media channels. So that's it guys. This is a session related to InfyTQ aptitude questions. So mostly I thought I have covered a lot of things. So we don't have a huge bandwidth to discuss every concept here. So that's why I am suggesting you guys to go through the InfyTQ Prime course. Soon we are launching. Its actual price is 1,999. But if you use the coupon code which is provided below in the description, you will get it for 1,799 rupees. And if you want to get more updates related to any job opportunities and whatever from the major well-established companies to startups, please try to follow our social media channels. There we will frequently update all the job opportunities in the social media channels like Telegram, Instagram, and WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Along with that, for example, if you are a beginner or you are starting your career right now, so you are presently in the 3rd year or 4th year, you want to start your professional career and you are starting your preparation from now, I think this is the best place to go with, that is Royal Pass. So that in that dashboard we will have a lot of company specific classes. Along with that, we will provide AMCAT, CoCubes, eLitmus specific trainings to crack those examinations. Along with that, you can complete all the aptitude courses, which is essential for every placements. And along with that, we are providing you some benefits for you to make resume building, mock interviews, so that you can improve your skill set. And along with that, you can complete the certifications on different things like C, C++, Python, and a lot more. So soon we are launching a lot of courses, and all the future courses also you will get the access. And this duration is for around 1 year. And this is the actual price is 4,444 rupees. If you use the coupon code YouTube, you will come up with the additional discount of 200 rupees, so that our Royal Pass will available for you guys 4,244 rupees. It's a great opportunity. So please try to go with that, and it will beneficiary for your career. That's it guys. Thank you so much. See you soon with the new videos. Bye bye.